City Series cigars and Citrus 7s, black cement 3s, 4s, the hairs and bread 11s. No doubt that I'll be wearing some fire at any sighting. With these Dorenbecker 5s, you can see me in any lighting. It's exciting, I'll be flexing to the coldest degree.
What's up, everybody? It's Sneakerhead M-Checks. I finally got my hands on these 2021 Raging Bull 5s scheduled to release this Saturday, April 10th. I also have the original pair from the 2009 Raging Bull package, which I'll be comparing them to throughout the video. Now, if you plan on copping these and you need a shirt or something to match, IntoTheAM.com has some good drip for great prices, like the shirt I got on now. Also, you can use my discount code MCHECKS and receive 10% off your entire order. So make sure you check them out after you're done watching this video. But anyway, let's take a close look at these Raging Bulls. Here they are. As usual, we'll take a quick little 360 look at them, and then we'll get up close and personal. Here's the front. Now the suede on these is giving me heavy alternate grape 5s. In red, obviously. There go the laces. Lace locks are red with the black Jumpman. Here's the tongue. Now the tongue is a little different on these. I'm gonna get into that in a second. But yep, here's the front view. Now, in comparison to the 2009 pair, there's a couple of things. One of the biggest, most noticeable differences, in my opinion at least, is the tongue. See how on the 2009 pair, there's more of like a dull, I guess, flat kind of gray look to them. And on the 2021s, it's almost like silver. It's a lot glossier. The outline around the Jumpman is a little bit more defined. It's a little thicker. Stitching is slightly different. It's not too much different. I guess the stitching is actually thicker on the 2009 pair. But like the biggest difference to me is really this silver and I guess this gray. Although both pairs are reflective, the tongue on the 2021 pair just seems to have a little bit more reflect to it, I guess. Let me just show you guys a picture. See how both pairs are reflecting, but it just comes off like stronger on the new pair? That's what I'm talking about. The next thing is the color. It's not a huge difference, so I'm not even mad about it. But as you can see right here with them sitting next to each other, there definitely is a difference in the shade of red. It's a little heavier or stronger on the 2009 pair. And going back to the picture with flash, I say it's a little bit more noticeable with the flash on. They probably won't look as different in regular sunlight. So that's why I'm saying it's not really a huge difference, but it is noticeable when you have them next to each other. The last thing, from this angle at least, is the suede. So the suede texture is a little bit thicker on the 2009 pair compared to the 2021s. But you just heard me say a couple of seconds ago that this suede reminds me a lot of the alternate grape 5 suede. Now when the alternate grapes dropped, I copped multiple pairs from retailers like Foot Locker, Champs, and all of them. And there was a pretty decent variance from pair to pair when it came to suede texture. So I have a pretty strong feeling that we're going to see the same thing with these 2021 Raging Bulls. Here's the side. Yeah, these look good. Now, one other difference. I actually noticed this when I was looking at them from the front, but I wanted to mention it from the side view because it's a lot more noticeable here. The toe box. This little part right here doesn't really come up as high on the toe box as it did on the 09 pair. Looking at them next to each other. Keep in mind, this is a 9.5 and this is an 8, so that's why this shoe looks a little bit bigger. But just from this view, you see how you can barely see, you know, this part from here? Whereas on this shoe, you see a lot more of the, you know, front part from a bird's eye view. So this does not really look that bad until you hold it from this, you know, until you have them from this angle. But when you have them down like this, it's not as noticeable. But yeah, other than that, from this angle, it's not really any new differences. Here's the other side. And in comparison to the 2009 pair, from this angle, other than the yellowing, it's not really any new differences. Here's the back. Comparing them to the original pair, the only difference from here really is the stitching. Just seems to pop out a little bit more on this 09 pair. And on the 2021s, it's just a little bit more flat. But gotta really look close to even notice that. I'm not sure why they did this, but it seems to me that the sock liner on the 2021 pair is almost like a charcoal gray as opposed to the black that it was on the 2009 pair. Here's the inside. Insoles are... Now, I think those insoles are black. Am I bugging? Is the sock liner not charcoal gray? And yeah, I think that is facts. I can see it right here. So yeah, the insoles are black with white Jumpman, and I have to say I'm a little disappointed in that, to be honest, because I was kind of hoping and expecting, it's not a big deal, that the insoles would be the same way they were on the 09s. If you see, it has that like wooden kind of thing going on to match the box, and I figured they would do the same thing with these. Here are the soles. Nice and icy, of course. It's the same sole that they have on the 2009 pair, just with the blue tint, and obviously no sole yellowing from age yet. Although they slacked on the insoles, at least they held it down with this box. It's still nothing like the package box from 2009, but at least they kind of tried. The new box is a few shades darker, as you can see, and I'm not really sure why they did that. It still depicts a wooden box or a wooden barn or whatever you want to call it, but they left out the eyes from the Raging Bull, and that really blew mine, because that's the Raging Bull sitting in the box waiting for me to take him out and wear him. Whereas on these, it's just a wooden box. Like, the bull don't even want to pop out, you know what I mean? Like, that's whack. But let me stop being overly picky. Here's the inside. They have this paper that continues the wooden vibe, which is just like the paper that came in the package, just a little, it was a little whiter on the 2021 pair, and this kind of has like a tan look to it. But like I said, even though I have my complaints about the box, they didn't go all the way crazy. They did kind of meet us halfway and kind of get somewhat close to this, kind of. Here's the box label. Retail for men's sizes is going to be $190 USD. Now while we're here, let's look at the label on the original pair on the package. Yes, this is a size 8 because that's the size I wore back in 2009 when these came out. Retail was $310. Man, I miss those days. We was getting a crazy package, 2 fire pairs for $310. That was lit. I'd say I'm pretty satisfied with these overall. Not exactly like the originals, but none of the differences are too bothersome, so I'm cool with them. Definitely will be adding these to my collection because I don't want to be trying to squeeze my foot into this size 8 anymore. Now, I'm a little unsure as to what to expect resale-wise. Because lately, as I've been saying in a lot of videos, a lot of Jordan 5s, pretty much every pair of Jordan 5s has been getting slept on. Other than off-white 5s and stuff like that, pretty much every GR people are sleeping on. Even OG colorways. The Fire Red 5s that dropped last year, they were selling at like $220, $230, which is 20 or 30 over retail for months. They're at like $250 now, but it took them a whole year to just be $50 over retail. So yeah, people just be sleeping on 5s in general. I don't know why, but they dropped a lot of fire Jordan 5 colorways last year, and so many of them got slept on. So at this point, I really don't expect too much profit out of 5s when it comes to general releases. But at the same time, these are Raging Bull 5s. One of the most popular Jordan 5 colorways. Probably the most popular non-OG colorway. No. Well, yeah, honestly, this really might be the most... I'm thinking about that. Yeah, nah. The 2009 pair is like a $900 shoe. Like, people just love these. Then I'm looking at how the Stealth 5s did last month, which I was pretty surprised about considering a lot of other 5s was getting slept on. And those did pretty well. So I'm thinking, like, if those did what they did, how could these not do well? You know what I mean? So I don't know, but based on that, I feel like these will be about $350 on release day after they sell out, and then maybe they'll get down to like $320 a couple days or a week or so after they've been out. I think these are a good investment for a long-term hold. It may take a while, but if you look at the price history on the original pair, they speak for themselves. But yeah, I'm glad we got these again. I would say, honestly, this is like perfect timing on the release. Sometimes I think they re-release Jordans too soon, and sometimes I think they drag it out too much, and then it's too long of a wait for a re-release. I feel like we get a pair of Bred 11s every 5 years, which I love the Bred 11s, but we don't really need them every couple of years, especially as a shoe that doesn't crack or crumble. Like, y'all didn't need to release them every couple of years like that. But then you got a pair like Midnight Sixes, which they came out in 2000, and we still have yet to see a retro. We're supposed to see a retro later this year. Or Citrus 7s. I know there's a lot of other cool colorways that haven't got retro, especially from that era. Mist 4s, Chambray 7s. I don't even want to get into all the colorways that I wish they would retro, or that Do the Right Thing 3s. Like, I don't even want to get into all of that. But there's certain pairs that you won't see for years. And then there's pairs that, we see them too frequently. Almost. But for these, I think they were spot on. 12 years later, they are a Jordan 5, so the midsole does eventually crumble. Fortunately, if you wore your pair a lot, you probably shouldn't have any midsole trouble, but I have seen plenty of cracked pairs of Raging Bull 5, so like I said, that's why I feel like it was perfect timing. First of all, I outgrew my pair, so you know what I mean? Like, I needed them. The people who sold crack needed them. We all needed them. The people who never had a pair needed them, so like I said, perfect timing. And with that being said, I wish they would retro this 3N pair from the package as well. I'm not necessarily expecting it because I know these never got the love that the red pair got, but still, it would be very nice to get a retro pair of these as well. But good luck to everybody on Saturday. I hope you're all successful with copping a pair of these for retail. If this video is helpful or informative in any way, please tap that thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more early reviews and other sneaker related content, make sure you subscribe to my channel because that's what I do here. And also tap that little bell icon and select all. That way you don't miss out on anything. But thank you all for watching. Everybody, please stay safe and healthy out there, and I'll see you next time.